tried to inform everybody before, we don't just turn the company loose and tell them, okay, you got permission to build, have at it.
So if you know this, Ken, why doesn't the council know this?
They do, but they may
Then
not.
why don't they say that? Because we've been roasting them in these meetings.
They may not have been able to articulate it in the fashion, and as I say, they have a lot of other things that they deal with.
Well,
They rely on us
This is pretty important though.
to tell them what's in this book.
I appreciate your
We
good
do
faith.
the best we can to try and let them know, hey, watch out for this, and they're pretty good about checking.
Don't go. I appreciate your good faith, but when you tell me that these things are still on the table and this battle, this war hasn't been lost, there's still battles to fight, they've given up. And so when we have these conversations with them, you're saying this stuff in good faith, but they don't care what you have to say.
The reason they keep giving him that information is because the attorney, because I've been in these meetings, the attorney keeps telling them that there's nothing we can do to stop
Well,
it.
we cannot stop them from building a building, but we can make it be to the specifications the city requires.
Can we
Yeah, I'm
enforce,
thinking maybe the council
can we
doesn't
enforce
understand.
additional
That's
ordinances before they
why
start building?
I think it's a good idea for me to get on the agenda
Yeah.
and go over this with them.
They gotta follow
I
this
think
book.
that they don't understand.
With
They
every-
still
I-
Their plan, which hadn't been approved yet.
I agree, they may not be aware of everything.
So there's a really critical question to ask, because you just said they gotta follow this book
Yeah,
when they get the permit.
yeah.
If we make changes to the book before they get the
No.
permit, are they not
No, we
behold?
can't do that.
See, no, why not?
No,
I mean, they're already approved for their conditional use permit.
You remember about 20 minutes ago, I said, I'm gonna get approved and I'm not gonna build my fence for 10 years?
Yeah.
This is the point that I was making. They've gotten approved. If they delayed it for 10 years and we wrote a bunch of ordinances, we can't hold them to it, even if it's for the betterment of the town. You might tell me, oh, you can't build that fence now. We've changed these things.
I
but they don't have a permit.
Exactly.
So their building permit,
You're
so
making my
we
point
cannot
for
do
me.
anything about their grading permit and the conditional use permit that y'all have.
The
But as
condition-
far as the building, if they haven't pulled a building permit in the time that this book is updated, they have to, because that was never brought here to be approved, the building
Right.
permit. So they will have to honor what he's asking, they will have to honor the new building codes that are in this book if it's done before they pull a permit.
Well, the way the memorandum is written, they won't.
That's right.
Because section 7 of the memorandum specifically says it won't apply to this one. Because in my opinion, Doug Kidd doesn't know what he's doing.
Thank
But
you.
I
yes.
share that opinion.
Yeah,
But you're talking about in the moratorium he did.
yeah, section 7's is
But the
explicitly
moratorium
states
is
it.
only to stop them, saying that we cannot stop them from their conditional use permit.
Yeah, but the only thing it'll have an effect on is phase 3. Phase 1 and 2 have been approved, that's the first 2 buildings. Phase 3 has not. So the way that
They can't
memorandum is
get
written.
power for a third building, because Georgia Power made that very clear, that there will be no more power for
I
a
don't
third.
know if they can get power for the second one.
Yeah.
Well,
Georgia Power said they cannot, they have no way to get more
the
power.
points that I'm trying to make is the council keeps saying, it's over and done, when it's not. There's still attack vectors to stop it or disincentivize them from continuing. And anything that I can do to encourage you to get on the agenda, if you need someone there to say things that you don't wanna say, I'm absolutely here for it.
I do not have not had in the past a problem getting put on the agenda.
Well, they didn't let the citizens speak at the last one, and so I could see.
Well-
Or the council.
Not letting you speak at this one.
A special called meeting, that's usually the way it works, we don't have citizens input.
Oh, special, all right.
That's just standard procedure.
Not to change the subject, but is there anything in that book about our elementary school over here? Of the zoning or the being so close to the school?
The only thing in this entire book that pertains to the school has nothing to do with Northern Data.
Yeah, there's no.
Which Northern Data's out of there. They're not
Well,
in it anyway.
that's-
It's Rumble and Quake now.
Or whoever, but it doesn't make any difference who owns it. The conditional use is still the same, and they're not allowed to use city water now or any time in the future, no matter what they do. And as I I said before, they couldn't anyway, we don't have any water.
And what you do have, you can't drink, so what the hell?
Any, questions, concerns from anybody on the board on any subject? Okay, do I have a? Well, since they weren't here,
Okay.
Okay. These are the minutes from our last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve as written? Motion to approve. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, I have a motion to adjourn. If there's no further business.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Thank you all for coming. Thank you to the audience.